Welcome to the Whitehall Wire. I'm your host, Megan Meyer. With tax day coming up in just a few weeks, we'll be joined on this episode by newly elected City Auditor Steve Quincel. We'll cover local income taxes as well as property taxes before I dive into our news segment, Council Corner. Steve, welcome and congratulations on your recent election to City Auditor.
Thanks, Megan.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. Jumping right in, the Auditor's Office manages multiple functions related to the city's finances, including housing the Income Tax Division. With local income tax filings due April 18th, Steve, can you give us an overview of how income tax works in Whitehall?
Sure. There are multiple misconceptions about income tax, and given that every community manages local income tax a little different, it's no wonder that there's some confusion. Across Ohio, anyone earning a wage pays local income tax, first to the community in which they work, and second to the community where they live. Moreover, gambling and lottery winnings are taxable income. In 2011, Whitehall residents approved an income tax increase from 2 to 2.5%. We also offer a 100% credit to income tax paid in other communities. So if you work in the city of Columbus, for instance, which also has a 2.5% income tax, all your income tax dollars go there because you pay the community in which you work first. However, if you work in Westerville, which has a 2% income tax, you would receive credit for the 2% and owe Whitehall the remaining 0.5%. But in fact, less than a fifth of our residents end up paying any income tax to Whitehall.
So who then has to file income taxes in Whitehall?
Anyone over the age of 18 who lives in Whitehall, even if they did not work in Whitehall, and earns wages, which includes gambling or lottery winnings, needs to file. This excludes retirees who have previously notified our city tax department that they are retired and have no earned income. However, if they have gambling or lottery winnings, self-employment income, or rental income, they too must file.
Okay, so that's a large group of people who must file. How do they go about that? Is it something they could do online?
Yes. The city's website has two portals, one for filing income taxes and another to make payments. You can also download printable versions of tax forms if you prefer to file a paper return. To get started, you'll need a copy of your W-2s and your federal tax return.
So if someone needed help with all of this, with filing their Whitehall income taxes, is that something they can find help with at City Hall?
Yes, the Auditor's Office is happy to help answer questions. We can be reached at 614-237-9803 and are open 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. And we will be hosting in-person filing assistance days on Saturdays, March 26th and April 2nd from 8 a.m. to noon at City Hall.
So I understand that income tax is actually the city's largest source of revenue, making up over 80% of our general fund revenue in any given year. What part does property tax play in the city's budget?
Property taxes don't amount to much. Property taxes are assessed annually by the Franklin County Auditor and remitted back to multiple government bodies, including local school districts, libraries, townships, counties, and cities like Whitehall. In Whitehall, most of your property taxes, about 70%, goes to Whitehall City Schools. After the remaining revenue is divided between Columbus State, the Columbus Library, and Franklin County, and a few other entities, the City of Whitehall receives about 1.5% of your total property tax bill.
Okay, so then how are property taxes calculated? With home sale prices growing dramatically, like we've all heard, will my property tax bill reflect that new increase in value?
No, the market value of your home is different from the appraised value, which is determined by the Franklin County Auditor. The taxable value is 35% of that appraised value, which is then multiplied by the community's millage, with 1 mil equaling 1/1,000th of a dollar.
Okay.
To look up your home's assessed value and your overall property tax bill, visit the Franklin County Auditor's website.
So Steve, am I correct in saying that the Franklin County Auditor's website also has tools that helps you to estimate the impact of, say, something like a property tax levy?
Yes. For instance, Whitehall voters will be asked to consider whether to approve a 2.83 mil property tax levy to fund the renovation of the Whitehall Police Station and the hiring of additional officers. To see how that might impact your property tax bill if approved, visit the County Auditor's website anytime after March 16th, when current ballot issues are updated.
Fantastic. Thank you, Steve. That was a lot of fantastic information. To anybody interested, you can learn more about the proposed Safer Whitehall levy on the city's website.
An unlimited connection to others. And a platform for you. Social media is where you can thrive. If you have a passion for media, either on camera or behind the scenes, Ohio Media School can change your life in just 8 short months. Learn from the pros and get the skills you need. Start creating engaging social media content about what you want. You can get paid to create. It starts by visiting beonair.com. Call Ohio Media School Columbus at 614-723-9675.
Welcome back to Council Corner. On March 1st, City Council adopted a resolution to appoint Councilor Lori Elmore to the Central Ohio Transit Authority, or COTA, to the Board of Trustees. The city works closely with COTA on public transit, including planning for a new bus rapid transit route in Whitehall as part of the Link Us initiative. We look forward to Councilor Elmore continuing this close partnership. Also on March 1st, City Council approved an ordinance allowing the auditor to obtain surety bonds for key personnel in the City Auditor's office. Surety bonds are a type of insurance to guarantee the work of those that manage the city's finances. On April 5th, City Council will consider a resolution designating various parcels of land at the Broad Street and Hamilton Road intersection as public right-of-way. This is in preparation for the major intersection improvement being funded in large part by ODOT. Finally, and this is really purely administrative in nature, on April 5th, City Council will consider an ordinance admitting the process for tracking gas usage for city vehicles, considering it is now pretty much an automated process. Looking to recent and upcoming events, the Division of Fire is hosting their blood drive with the American Red Cross, and the city is hosting their annual State of the City address on March 10th. For anyone who is not able to join us for the State of the City, stay tuned for a recording of the address to be shared on the city's YouTube page in the coming weeks. Parks and Recreation has recently launched a new youth soccer program and is now helping to centralize registration for multiple youth sports in Whitehall. In addition to soccer, register for baseball and softball, football, and cheer using Team Snap. Learn more online. That will do it for this week's Whitehall Wire. I'm Megan Meyer, and we'll see you next time.